each and every course should be in the uniform structure. And after that, you have to add the different resources, different activity, and whatever your formative assessment you have planned. So that formative assessment also you have to plan in the Moodle, and that grade should be visible to in the student dashboard. So for higher classes, we are having CAT 1, CAT 2, and FET concept. And for the first year, we are having formative assessment, and that formative assessment depends on the course teacher or course coordinator. So whatever formative assessment you are planning, that should be reflected in the uh, Moodle course. Okay. So we will go directly practical oriented, theoretical part we will avoid. So only one part I want to mention theoretical part. So there are three categories. Mainly we consider one is a system admin. So system admin already they have created the Moodle site, login ID, password, that upgradation of the site, everything that is with the Dhanavade sir and the I think CSC department. After that, we are having a admin role. Each department having admin with the admin ID and password. His role is to create the different courses, categories, enroll the students, enroll the teachers. Once departmental admin coordinator enroll the faculty as a teacher. So after that, individual teacher has to create the course and upload the content and upload the different resources and uh, assessments. And after that, the role comes as a teacher. So today I will demonstrate role as a teacher. So I think already Subni sir has shared one course ID, teacher password, and that course ID, teacher password with the detail. How should be the course? Who we are requiring that course? So before that, I will share my screen. I think my course is visible now for all users. That Moodle, it is submit sir Moodle. What is the file name? Moodle minutes. I think everyone has received the Moodle minutes. In that, we are having a course ID. One sample course is there. I think that course is visible. I will open that course. And after that, we are having a ID and password as a teacher. So I will log in as a teacher, and that password is guest at the rate 123. So a particular demo course is created. Once again, I will log in. Guest at the rate 123. This is a demo course. How that course should look. What is a course structure? So if you open, so there are the different chapters. First chapter is created with the introduction and different labels and content is there. So for every course, first chapter is the introduction. After that, as per your course content, if you are having 5 units, 6 units, you have to create a unit one, unit two, unit three, like that. And at the end, here, instead of faculty evaluation theory, we can consider the formative assessment. And under formative assessment, we consider CAT 1, CAT 2, and FET for the higher classes, second year onwards. And for the first year, under formative assessment, whatever plan as a teacher you plan, that assessments will come here. Okay. Now I will continue with the new course. How to create that I will demonstrate. So I will use the School of Science Moodle ID, and I will log in as a teacher with the ID and password. So I created one particular ID. So when you log in first time, whatever the basic settings are there, according to that, that course will open. So already I are having a different courses here. Recently access courses will be available. After that, list of courses are there. So here I have created one demo course. First I will go through that. So by default, there will be four topics. So if you want to add a more topics, because generally we are having a 6 units, so we have to add a 6 unit, and one more is the introduction as a first topic, and at the end we are going to continue as a topic name as a formative assessment. So first, those who are new, that's why I will start with the very basic. So first, click on the turn editing on. Otherwise, it is not possible to edit anything. So I will click on the turn editing on. So after that, suppose already four topics are there, I have to add few more. Suppose at the end, I will click on the add topics as per your requirement. Suppose if you require additional two or three topics or four topics, that number of topics you can add. So here I will click three. So add topics. Now after that, so the general structure, if you go through it, first topic is a introduction. So to edit a topic name, just you can click on this button. So here you will get a edit topic name. First name is the introduction. So just enter the topic name will be changed. Introduction. So under introduction, we have to add the basic information about the course. If your course profile is ready, you can continue with that. So from that course profile, you can copy all the things. And after that, suppose this one I will write as a unit one. And like that, you can continue with the last. And last one, what is our requirement? Formative assessment. Formative assessment that you have to plan here. Okay. So I will continue with the first part. How to add these parts, that introduction, course profile, course learning outcomes, and mapping of CLOs with PLOs, and course information. And again, I will continue with the unit one. So let us continue with the introduction part. So under introduction, so if your course profile is ready, then you can open your course profile and you can copy the content. You can copy the content from your course profile. So I have having CSC course profile that I will open, and from that I will copy the content. Okay, the first part is the introduction. So under introduction, so first I will add as a label. Now when we continue with the add an activity or resources. Now see here, we are having add an activity or resources. You click on that. By clicking on that, we will get a different activities. The first activities are the graded, and then we are having the resources. So from the resources, I will continue with the label part. From the resources, I will continue with the label. So I will add the label. Now the different label and the content of that label you can add here. So the first part, one more time we are writing the introduction. Instead of that, we may continue with the course description or course introduction. Course description. And I have to make this as a title. Okay. Because if you see this introduction is a heading. So I have to make this as a heading. So that's why I will copy. And if you click on this AA, if you click on this AA, you will get a different options for the heading. Now, how the heading should look like? Heading large, medium, small, pre-formatted, and so on. So from that, I request everyone to select the heading small. So what is our objective? Each and every course should be look a similar structure. So we will continue with the heading small. So under course description, so you can copy the content from your course profile or you can directly type here. So I will copy the content, that course summary from the course profile. If any different thing you want to add, you can continue. So that is the first part. Okay. That is the course description. So after that, we have to add a course profile. I will show the sample also. After that, we have to add the course profile. So here only I will mention the second heading, that is a course profile. Again, I have to make this as a heading. So for the heading, we will use the same format again. This is a heading small, but for the label, you can observe that there is no option to add or upload a particular file here. Because if you go through the option here, we are having a different that word format, that is heading, bold, italic, that is a atoms, enumerate, numbered atom. Now here you have, suppose if you want to create a link, if you want to add a image, videos, but here we can't add the file. That's why what I will do, I will save this as it is. Now, if you consider the different options, now see, now the second part is common module setting. Now here two options are there. Course ID number you can keep blank. Now availability, whether you want to show this on a course page or not. If you want to hide, you can use the hide option. Otherwise, you keep as it is the default setting, that is a core on a course page. Now after that, restriction, if you want to if you want to add a particular restriction, by making that restriction only student can see the content. Okay, if you click on the add restriction, you will get a different options. First one is a date. Suppose a particular deadline is there, after that deadline only that content will be available to the students. If you want, then you can go to the date. Suppose if a particular graded activities are there before this activity, and for that graded activity student is passed, then only this activity will be available to student. Then in that case you can continue with the grade. Now user profile, this is a very important. Suppose generally what happens, that Moodle coordinator from department, they add users. Generally we are having a practice that first name we start with the roll number, and next last name we continue with the full name, because at the end we have to sort the name of the students according to the roll number and their grades we have to use. Now, suppose if you are not updated that students' profiles with the roll numbers, here you can put a particular constant. Student has to update his profile, use profile. Now, see, under the profile, suppose if you want a particular field, that address, ID, city, department,
Hello,
email
Salgare
address.
sir.
Ah,
So I think we are going fast. We have decided that let them do the activity simultaneously.
yeah,
So
okay.
just check it is possible. If it is possible, accordingly. Hmm?
Okay, first part I am telling only how to add a course description or course introduction.
Okay.
After that, I will take a 2 to 3 minutes break, and then
Yes,
simultaneously
yes.
they can continue with their own course. Okay.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Please
So
continue.
if you want to put any particular restriction, so you can add here. I will remove this. Different options are there. That options you can continue. Now activity completions. Now, this one is only the reading content. That's why if you want to put any particular activity completion, that option you can use. Otherwise, do not indicate activate completion. Okay. Because at the end, we are going to generate the reports. While generating the report, this part is very important, because whether the students are going through the content or not, that we require. That's why this part is a very important. Now here this is only course description, that's why reading part I will use a do not indicate activity completion. Now the rest of the things you can keep as it is default settings and save and return. Now the first part you can see introduction. Under the introduction, first course introduction or course description, and again you are having a course profile. So if I click on turn editing off, you will see how it will be look to the students. Okay. So under course profile, we will advise to upload a PDF file which is signed by course coordinator and HOD. That is a approved copy of a course profile. So to upload a course profile, once again I will click on the turn editing on. If you are having a particular course profile, it may be in the Word form or any file. Directly that file you can drag and drop here. Suppose a particular this presently I am having a Word file, but it will be recommended to use PDF file which is approved by course coordinator and HOD. So directly that file I will drag and drop here. Now If you want to change the setting, I will click on edit setting. Suppose initially you don't want to show to the students, you can use the different options. I will click on the edit setting. If you want to put any description for the course profile, you can, and that can be made visible to the students by clicking this check button. Now, what should be the appearance? Now, the default one is that the display is automatic. Now, initially, I will keep that display as automatic only. So, if you want to show the type, size of the file when you uploaded, so please click on these check buttons. It will be better to click these check buttons when students can see what is the type of the file when it is uploaded, what is the size. Okay. Now again, this common module setting, that is again same. So whether you want to show to the students or whether it is hidden from the student, so always show on the course page. So if you want to put any restriction, just I told you can add the restriction here. So again, activity completion. Now here you are adding a particular file, or it may be PDF or a Word file. So you have to ensure whether the students is downloaded or not. विद्यार्थ्यांनी बघितलंय का नाही आपल्याला इन्शुअर करायचं ही ऍक्टिव्हिटी कंप्लीट झाले का नाही हे बघायचं आहे. So in that case, you can put the condition. Now see, first one is a do not indicate activity completion. Second one is student can manually mark the activity as a completed. So activity is as complete when conditions are met. Okay, I will use the third one. And the next one, what are the conditions? That condition will come. If the graded activities are there, accordingly options will be available. If a date type, before that date, students should download and go through the course profile. And the next, first one is a required to view. म्हणजे तुम्ही क्लिक करून तो बघायला पाहिजे. Then only that activity will be considered as a completed. Okay. So here, depending on your requirement, I will advise student can manually mark the activity as a complete, or you can consider the second one also. Now the next, you can continue with the default setting. Now next, save and display or save and return to the course. Save and return to the courses. Now see what happens. That course profile is updated. So if I click on the course profile, what happens? That course profile is downloaded. Depending on the browser, it may opens on the same window. Okay. So if you want to open that particular file on a different window, in that case, once again go to the setting, and that first setting is automatic we are used in the appearance. Instead of automatic, click in pop-up. Means what happen? That file will be opened in a different window. म्हणजे आधीचा जो तुमचा मॉडेल ओपन केलेला आहे तो तुम्हाला आहे तसाच राहतो, पुन्हा बॅक वगैरे जायची गरज नाही. सो इट विल बी ओपन इन अ डिफरंट विंडो. So again, I will advise to use here that in under the appearance display in pop-up window, save and return. Now, if you PDF is there, that PDF if you are opening, that will be open in the different window. म्हणजे हाय त्या विंडो मध्ये तो ओपन होत नाही. Okay. So up to the course profile, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So if time required, you may continue with that. After that, we will continue with the course profile, course learning outcomes. If any doubt, we will discuss that. If not, you may continue with this part. So our first topic, you have to create as an introduction. Under that introduction, you have to use the label option. So first label title is a course description. Under that, what description you want, or that course description you can copy from your course profile. Now the second heading is a
Nine.
course profile. Yes. Under course profile, you can upload a PDF file.
तुमचा माहिती
Okay, we may continue. In the same manner, we will add the next thing, that is a course learning outcomes, CLOs, course information, mapping of CLOs with PLOs. So we can continue. So the next one, as per the structure, standard format which is given, next one is the course learning outcomes and mapping of them with the program outcomes. Now here we are using the word CLO and PLOs. Now once again, I will continue with the label. Once again, I will continue with the label. Under the label, next heading is course learning outcomes. Course learning outcomes. So you have to make this as again a title. So same format, continue, heading small. Now, if the course learning outcomes are available directly, you can copy and paste. So that course learning outcomes already have, yeah, created in Word file. I will copy. Okay. Now, course learning outcomes, that is a 2.3 of your course profile. Directly, I will copy and paste in this window. Now, here that numbering bullet, you can use CLO1, CLO2, CLO3 like that. So these are the course learning outcomes. Now after that, so in the standard format, they are given that mapping of them with program outcomes. So program learning outcomes. I think in our course diary, आपण attendance जिथं घेतो तिथं आपले mapping आहे. That same table we can copy. So here we can continue with the mapping of mapping of हा मग तो टायटल मधनं काढून टाकायचं का मग इथं मॅपिंग दिलाय ओके so mapping we can remove that. Okay. So under that we are having a course information. So once again that is the title. Course information. So whatever the table given, again we have to make this as a title. So same title or same format we will use, heading small. And for the course information, you create a table in the Word and directly you can copy from the Word that table, or directly you can create that table in the Moodle also. So this is a course information. After course information, I think that is the end. Na? Course information. After that, we are having a units. Okay. So I will click save and return to the course. Okay. Now for the course learning outcomes also we are having a checkbox button. These buttons. Now the right side इथं जे बटन आहेत ना स्टुडंटचे ऍक्टिव्हिटी कंप्लीट झालेत का नाही ते बघण्यासाठी आहे. So student has to click manually in that continuous square is there. If conditional some conditions are there, in that case we will get a dotted square. So here student can manually click that activity. So for the course learning outcome also we are having that square button. I will remove because it is a reading part only. Directly the student can read from the main page. So here, do not indicates activity completion, and I will continue. Now turn editing off. Now you will see how it will looks. So the first topic we have completed under the first chapter, introduction. We have to add course description, course profile, course learning outcomes, and course information. So this should be common to all the courses. Okay, it should be common to the all courses. Under the first topic, only one activity that is comes under the activity completion, that is a course profile. And it is expected that each and every student should download that course profile. He or she should go through the course profile. Okay, so that's why student can click manually this activity. So if that student click or check button, then it will be completed. If you want a conditional conditions, then you can use that option also. Okay. So again, I will take a 2 minutes break. If any doubts related to the first unit, we will continue, and after that, I will continue with the chapter part. If any doubts are there, first topic should be everyone introduction, under introduction, course description, course profile, course learning outcomes, and course information. I think in the format that course core requisites are also given. If any core requisites are there, that row you can keep. Otherwise, you can remove. If the row is not applicable, that row you can delete.
सर परत एकदा समराईज करा की.
ओके सर. टोटल आपल्याला चॅप्टर्स आहेत. फर्स्ट टॉपिक जो चॅप्टर फॉर्मॅट आपण घेतलेला, ज्यावेळी डिफॉल्ट कोर्स विल बी क्रिएटेड बाय युअर admin Moodle. In the default setting is chapter wise, chapter date and week wise are there, chapter wise. First chapter is the introduction. Under course introduction is there. Under course introduction, we have to start with the labels. I am using a label resource here. So label options, these are the headings. First one is the course description. Under course description, whatever the course is related, or you can copy from your course profile. So the second heading is a course profile. So once again, I will advise upload a PDF file which is approved from your department. That means course coordinator and HOD. And after that, add a course learning outcomes, CLOs, and then course information. सो ऑल दिस थिंग, म्हणजे इथं फक्त मी लेबल हा एकच ऑप्शन यूज केलेला आहे. फक्त एक फाईल अपलोड केलाय, दॅट इज वर्ड फाईल. सो इन्स्टेड ऑफ वर्ड फाईल, it is recommended to upload a PDF. Under topic 1, we will continue with the different resources, all the resources. Okay, sir? Activity completion, that is a very important point, because I think this time we are going to ask to submit the analytic graphs, that is activity completion report, content access reports. That's why that checkbox button or conditional completion, that part is very important. म्हणजे जिथं तुम्हाला ऍक्टिव्हिटी विद्यार्थ्यांनी करणं अपेक्षित आहे तिथं ठेवा, अदरवाईज ते ठेवू नका. बिकॉज फॉर द फर्स्ट पार्ट कोर्स डिस्क्रिप्शन आय रिमूव्ह. Means different resources or the assessments, if you are using that option, will by default that will come. Okay, we will continue with the unit part. So once again, I will click on the turn editing out. Now the second chapter from the Moodle, but here we are using this as a chapter 1 or unit 1 from our syllabus. So that's why suppose this is a unit 1, I will use a colon. If any title is there, you can continue with that title. I will write a numerical solution. Okay. Numerical solution, short title I will write and just I will enter the button. Numerical solution and just I will enter the button. So title will be edited and you can check here. Pencil is there. If you click on the pencil, you can edit the title. Suppose you want to show the description or the content of that title particularly, then just go through the edit button, edit topic, edit topic. So whatever the content of that topic is there, that content you can just, I will open the syllabus if that is with me. Okay. Suppose this is the first topic and this is the content and that content I want to add there. So directly I will paste that content. You can put in the description form or in the bullet form or in the atomized form. Okay, that is a core that content of unit number 1. Or here you can write in this unit you will learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is atoms. Okay, and just I will click on the save. Again, you want to put any restriction for this unit, you can put, otherwise directly. You can keep a default settings here, save changes. Now see, presently I'm teaching first unit and I want to show or highlight this topic. Then you can go through the edit option. Now see here different options are available. First one is a edit topic. If you want to edit anything, you can go through it. Second one is a highlight. If you click highlight, that means that topic will be highlighted and student will get that. So current topic is unit number 1. Okay, and different options. Suppose if you want to hide that topic, you can hide that topic. If you want to delete that topic, then you can delete that entire topic. Okay. व आपण जे टॉपिक आता शिकवतो त्या टॉपिकला हाईड केलेलं बरं, म्हणजे ज्यावेळी स्टुडंट्स लॉग इन करते सध्याचा टॉपिक चालू कुठला आहे, दॅट युनिट नंबर 1 is going. Okay, so you can use a hide option, sorry, highlight option. Okay, this is a unit number 1. So after that, when you click on this add an activity or resources, now here the list of activities are there. So list of activities are there. So the first activities up to the resources, these are the graded activities. म्हणजे तिथं आपण मार्क्स असाइन करू शकतो. So after that, we are having a resources. म्हणजे जे content related to the reading or anything that is given under the resources. So we will continue with the one by one. Suppose if you are using a book option. So if you are having a book and it contents available with you, you can use a book option. Suppose I will continue with the book option. Now the description is given here. You can read through it. आणि काही एखादा चुकला तर काही फरक पडत नाही. After that, suppose something happen, you can delete that activity. Okay. So the first one, I will continue with the book. So description, if you want, you can go through it. Just I will click add. Okay. Here you can add the title of the book. Suppose numerical method. I will continue with the numerical method. If you want to give the description, that you can here. So I will not add anything. Again, the appearance, that same settings are there. Under the appearance, how the chapter should look like. Chapter formatting, number format, bullet format, indented format, style. Okay, I will keep the all the settings as it is. Common model setting, restricts access and activity completion. Now, after that, what I will do, generally, you can use the option save and return to the course and save and display. So here, I will use the option save and display. So the initially I have created a book with a title only. Okay. So save and display. After that, immediately you will get a uh, content for chapter 1. Suppose chapter title. So first title I am creating solution, numerical solution I will write. Okay. Numerical solution. And if the book is available, then content directly you can copy here. So here, content of that unit you have to suppose whatever that content you have to add. So first unit and its content and sub chapters can be available once the first chapter is created. If the subtopics are there, that can be created after creating first title. Okay. Now again remaining setting I will keep as it is. Chapter 1. Now save changes. Now here at the left side you can see that a table of content of that book with the topic 1. One is a numerical solution and the content. If you click on that, first topic will be open. And further you want to change the setting, you can use the option edit. If you want to delete the topic, you can use this option. If you want to hide this topic, then you can use the I button. And suppose if you want to add a next topic or a subtopic, then click on the plus button. So chapter title, suppose chapter already we are using that format as a number. I think recording option is not available. Okay. Chapter title, suppose the second topic that is related to the numerical differentiation. Okay. Differentiation, numerical differentiation. Again, content of that topic you can add. Otherwise, suppose if you want to make this as a sub chapter, then suppose topic one having two sub chapters. In that case, I will add here and I will use as a sub chapter and content of this. Okay. Otherwise, suppose this is a separate topic, then continue the second numerical differentiation. Numerical differentiation and content of this topic. Numerical differentiation and content of the topic. You can continue here. Okay, whatever you want to type, that you can continue here. Save and changes. So likewise, you can add the different chapters under this book. Okay. Now, if you look at the left side, first topic is a numerical solution, numerical differentiation. Likewise, you can add topic number 3, 4, and so on. So I will go to the course once again. Now see. So I will go to the demo course, demo 2. Now, under unit number 1 resources with the logo just like a book. Now, just if you click on that, now first unit is there. You have created unit number 1, first unit, and content will be available. So whatever content is there, that content will be displayed. Now here, the right side, we are having the arrow buttons. Right side, we are having the arrow buttons. To move to the next topic, you can just click on the arrow buttons. We'll go to the next topic. Okay, likewise, you can complete the first activity as a book activity as a resources if the content is available with you. Okay. Any doubt related to the first resource book? Okay, if you require time, 2 minutes you can take. You can add an activity as a book, add 2 or 3 topics, and just check. In very rare cases, we use this activity because the book is available with you in the soft form. No mathematical equation symbol, then only it is possible. Or you can include mathematical part also if you know the LaTeX or that equations editor, that also possible.
सर हॅलो सर सलगरे सर
हा सर.
आपल्याजवळ समजा ई बुक आहे सॉफ्ट कॉपी
हा, हा.
मग ती जर आपल्याला इथं लोड करायची आहे, तर मग डायरेक्ट एडिट मधनच जायचं ना.
आता आपण टॉपिक जे केले ना सर, आता एडिट मधनं जर तुम्ही
का
गेला,
तुम्ही कंटेंट वगैरे म्हटला ना अपलोड करायचे
तिथलं
त्या
कॉपी
bookची.
पेस्ट करायचं फक्त. आता हा जर आहे समजा फर्स्ट टॉपिक,
हा.
गो टू द एडिट ऑप्शन.
नाही टॉपिक मी म्हणत नाही, पूर्ण पुस्तकच अपलोड करायचं असेल आपल्याला.
तो आहे तुझा ऍज अ फाईल किंवा म्हणून पुढला रिसोर्सेस आहे. बुक रिसोर्सेस मी सांगायला लागलो तुम्हाला. पूर्ण
हा.
पुस्तक ऍज अ पीडीएफ टाकू शकता.
टाकू शकतो ना. हा.
हम्म.
मग ते बुक मधनं जायचं, बुक मधला कंटेंट हे करायचं असेल तर हा तुम्ही आता
हा
सांगितलेला
option.
option वापरायचा.
येस
एखादं कंटेंट असेल तर ओके.
येस येस. Is it possible if someone which okay, I will continue with the second part. So we will cover the resources. Now the second resource is just a file. म्हणजे आता जर सर पाटील सरांनी विचारलं एखादा फाईल एखादी बुक ॲज अ फाईल म्हणून द्यायचं असेल तर so directly you can provide that PDF here. So whatever name you want that you can continue here. Suppose notes of under unit 1 we are having notes of unit 1 that I will use. Any description if you want you can type here and that can be made display description on the course page and directly that whatever file you want that file you can drag and drop, otherwise you can use the plus button, add file, you can use the plus button and upload a file, choose a file. So a particular file, okay, here I am having unit number 1 notes that I will open here. Okay, if you want to change the name you can here, म्हणजे सेव्ह ॲज मध्ये तुम्ही दुसरं नाव दिलं तर दुसरं नाव देऊ शकताय, ऑथर. So licenses जर तुम्ही देणार असाल तर that also it is possible. Okay, different licenses are available. म्हणजे तुम्ही दुसऱ्याचा कंटेंट देत असाल आणि तो लायसन्स मध्ये नसेल तर त्याची काळजी घ्यायला पाहिजे डायरेक्टली. सपोज इफ यू आर युजिंग अ सॉफ्ट फॉर्म. Okay, so here directly I will use the upload this file. That PDF file will appear. Now again the same settings are there. Appearance, common model setting. What I told you under the appearance. So use a pop-up in pop-up. What happen? That the PDF file will open in a new window. Okay. Show the size of the file. Size क्या है? Type PDF है. When it is uploaded by a teacher. Okay. Restrict access. Suppose if you put a particular restriction, म्हणजे एखादी ऍक्टिव्हिटी जर आधी त्यांनी केला असेल तरच मी हे अलाव करणार, अदरवाइज नाही. सो व्हॉट इज अवर फर्स्ट ऍक्टिव्हिटी? दॅट इज अ कोर्स प्रोफाईल. Okay, so it is expected that student should go through the course profile. So that's why I will add a particular restriction here. Now the first one, by default here you will get a one more option, that is the activity completion. Means what? Students requires to complete another activity. Suppose I will use the first. Generally we use this first activity completion. So depending on your requirement, you can use the different options. Suppose I will put a activity completion. So which activity he has to complete? Now see, CST 2031, that course profile must be marked as a complete. Now different options are there. So if it is a graded activity, in that case you can use must be complete with the pass grade, must be complete with the fail grade. Now it is not a graded activity, that's why must be must be marked complete. Okay. मग एकापेक्षा जास्त जर ठेवणार असाल, सपोज इफ यू वॉन्ट टू पुट मोर रिस्ट्रिक्शन, सपोज पर्टिक्युलर डेट, so that's you can add particular. Now still we don't have any graded activities again, so similarly we can continue. Now activity completion. So here suppose I will use the second one. What is that? What one is student can manually make the activity as a complete. That checkbox button is there. Student has to go click on that. But suppose he is not downloading that activity or he is not going through that activity, then what to do? So here I will continue with the show activity as a complete when conditions are made. So some particular conditions are made, then only that activity will be considered as a complete. Now under that it is not a graded, that's why we are having only two options. One is a date and second one is require view. Students must view this activity to complete. Means he has to download or he has to open or he or she has to go through that activity. Then only that activity will be considered as a complete. Now I will save and display, save and return to the course. Now here you can observe the options available for this activity. Now see, I think two times I use the button, one I will do. I think same is added two times, delete. Now here you can notice that second activity that in notes of unit 1 is there. पण तुम्ही ऑब्झर्व केला तर काय बघा खाली मेसेज आहे बिकॉज आय एम हॅव्हिंग अ टीचर राईट दॅट्स वाय इट इज क्लिकेबल बट इफ यू आर हॅव्हिंग अ स्टुडंट्स राईट देन इट इज नॉट अ क्लिकेबल means no, students not able to go through that activity because we have put a particular restriction on that. What is that restriction? If students complete the course profile, then only this activity will be available. So that's why if this activity is complete course profile, then only the notes will be available. And you can see the difference for the activity book and activity file. So the first one is a continuous checkbox button and this one is a dotted means conditionally. Now first one students can complete this activity manually but second one is not. Okay, I will show through from the student login also. So when students download then only this activity will get completed. Okay, this is related to the second resource, that is a file. Is it okay? Any question? Any questions? We will take 1 or 2 minutes break and after that I will continue the next one. And simply whatever we did for the course profile, similarly you can drag and drop that file. But if you want to put some additional setting, then you have to go to the edit setting and you have to change that. Okay. Now the next one is a folder option. So everyone know when we are using the file and folder. Suppose if you are having a multiple files, that can be considered as a single folder, and all that uh, files can be kept in a single folder. Suppose if you are using a folder name. Suppose if you are having a lecture wise presentations. Suppose if you are having a lecture wise presentations, that presentations you want to upload under unit number one, then you can use the folder options. Means many files you can use a folder. Presentations and description if you want, you can add. So again, you can uh, use a plus button to upload the files. Now here I will use a drag and drop option. Now here I'm having a presentation. So lecture wise presentations are available. Suppose I will select all the presentations. 4 files are there and just I will drag and drop all these files to this box. Now lecture 1, lecture 2, lecture 3, 4, lecture 5 and 6, all files are available. Now again, depending on your requirement, you can use the remaining setting. Display for folder content, inline on a course page, on a separate page. If subfolders are there, you want to show the subfolders, you can use the option. Now here, I think one more option, that is same common module setting, whether it is visible on a course page or not. Again, put that restriction. Suppose if required, you can put a restrict access. Now activity completion. Now again, students can manually, I will use the first option. Now next, save and return to the course. Now here you can see the folder, and if you click on that, that all files are available and you can download the folder at a one time. Okay. So here I'm uploading only PDF. If you are having a different files, all files can be considered under a folder. So this is a third resource, that is a folder. Now we will complete the resource first. Suppose the next one that IMS content package I am also not using, that's why I will skip that. Now the next one, label. So already we are using the label option. Suppose if you are having your own videos or anything, in that case, you can use a label option, add label, a particular video. Suppose if you are uploading, then you can give the that URL or that video under the label. Suppose what is error or numerical solution, I will write that same thing, numerical solution. If you want to keep this as a title, you can. And I will consider a particular video from a YouTube. Now there are two options. First one, so directly that URL you can copy from here. Otherwise, you are having a share option. I will go to the share and suppose I will copy that URL. I will copy that URL and that same thing I will copy here. Okay. Now again you are having the same setting. Just say I will check what happens. Directly suppose I will use save and return to the course. Then what happens that URL will be displayed. On the course page only URL will be displayed. But suppose I want to display the video here only. Then case, in that case, now that URL I will add as a link. Okay, add as a link and always use. Suppose that video is open, then it should be opened in a new window that you can use. Okay, create a link. So once again, I will use save and return to the course. Now see that video is visible on the course page. This is the first option, means as it is that video we are using. Now the next one, you can use the HTML code also. And suppose you want to show that video from the after 1 minute, after 2 minutes, like that, that is also possible. I will remove this one, this URL. So once again, I will go to the share option. We are having embedded option. So I will click on the first part, that is embedded. Now you are having a HTML. Now suppose if you want to start video at after 1 minute, so directly I will mention here 1 minute. And again, suppose the options are there. Show player control means YouTube मध्ये चालू असताना तो प्लेअर कुठं आहे, साऊंड त्याचा कंट्रोल आहे, दॅट यू वॉन्ट टू शो, देन यू कॅन यूज. Otherwise, remove that. If required, you can. And directly, if you click that, that will be selected and copy and paste. And here, while adding, you have to use the option, this part, this button, first button. After that, you are having HTML code. Okay, HTML code. HTML code. Now, save and return to the course. Now you can notice that. Okay. So further central alignment, if required, you can continue with that. Suppose once again, I will go to the setting, that alignment, where should be that video displayed. Okay, required that alignment also possible. So you can add the labels. Okay. So this, if you want to make a title, you can make it a bold. Okay, any question? Okay, continue with the next one. Suppose add resources. We have completed label page. Suppose if you want to add a particular page, it is just similar to the page, no attribute, nothing. Here title, here page title, and here content of the page. So if you require a particular content or small assignment is there, so directly we can type all the content of the page. Again, the settings are same again. Appearance, common module setting, whether it is visible on a course page or not. According to that, you can complete. So activity completion, by default, it will take a student can manually mark the activity as a completed. Okay. Now I will click on the save and return to the course. Save and return to the course. Now the page is there. Okay. Similarly, suppose if you want to add a particular URL, then so name of the URL, and here directly any particular URL. Suppose if you are having notes or your own website, and you want to give that URL of that website, so directly you can give the URL also. So here I uploaded first year BTech study material. Suppose a particular unit one students want to download, then directly. So this URL directly, this URL I will provide. So here whatever title you required, unit one, unit one notes. Okay. Now again, only one setting is there. This one, as per your, you can keep the remaining setting default. Save and return. So that title of the URL will be displayed, and if you click on that, now here see what happened. That is now here that URL is available. You click on that, that notes will be available. Only thing what I told earlier, it should be open in the new window. Accordingly, you have to check the settings. I think how to add the different resources, that part I have completed. All these are the non-graded only resources, or these are the activities as a resources, non-graded. If any questions related to the resources, we will discuss that. Otherwise, you can take 4 to 5 minutes and check while adding any resources. If you are having any doubt, we will continue with that.
Hello, sir.
Hmm.
Can you just repeat that restricted option you have used?
Okay, restricted option. Suppose unit one notes that is added at the end. I will go to the edit setting. Edit setting. Under edit setting, appearance is there. Here I will use a pop-up. So why I am using pop-up? I think it is clear now.
Yes, sir.
It will be open in a new window. Activity restrictions. If you put some restrictions, म्हणजे आधीचे जे तुमचे ऍक्टिव्हिटीज आहे ते कम्प्लीट केल्याशिवाय मी नोट्स त्यांना अलाव करणार नाही.
Hmm.
So you have to click on the restriction part. Here we are having a different option, but best one is the first one, activity completion. Suppose if you are having a graded activity, so before graded activity, student should download the notes. He should go through the notes. He must be prepared for that graded activity. Then only that graded activity will be available. So I will click on the activity completion first. Otherwise, suppose if you are having a particular date, then you can use the date. Third one, suppose if you want a grade option, means before that, if you are having one more graded activity, in that graded activity, student is passed, then only this activity will be available. So user profile at the beginning, I told, okay, if you want to update, if you want any update in the user profile, student has to update that, then only that activity will be available. Okay, I will continue the activity. Generally, we continue with the activity completion. Now here, earlier we are having only one activity. That's why only the course profile is visible. So if you click on the drop down button, so the list of all activity will be available.
Hmm.
आतापर्यंत आपण जे काही ऍक्टिव्हिटीज टाकले ते सगळे लिस्ट अवेलेबल आहेत. ओके, समजा हा जो तुमचा व्हिडिओ टाकलेला आहे न्यूमरिकल अंडर लेबल न्यूमरिकल सोल्युशन्स, वी आर हॅव्हिंग अ व्हिडिओ लेक्चर. So student has to complete that numerical solution label activity, that video we inserted, then only the next activity is available. So I will save and return to the course. Now I will click on turn editing off. Now here you can notice that. Now the second activity, because I am having a teacher rights, that it is a clickable. But when I click this numerical presentation, आता बघा unit one node restricted is there. It is a faint presentation, a numerical solution. When I click, it is a completed. The setting आपण त्या पद्धतीने विचारले. This activity is considered as a completed. then only that unit 1 is available. This one is correct, no? Okay. Otherwise, we have to go through the student login. That one will be available. Just I will check my change my role. Suppose I will switch my role to the student. Okay. Now one by one we will go. So role as a student. Now here you can notice that unit 1, because this numerical solution video activity is completed, it is clickable. So it is, I will mark it as a not complete. Now see, this one is a not clickable. काही करू शकत नाही. It will be not available. So it will be available when the above activity is completed. I have to click on this one. Now the last activity is available. It is clickable. If I click on that, new pop-up window will be open. That PDF file will be open.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Under activity, I covered all resources. Only that IMS part I have now covered because I am also not using that. I change my return to my normal role as a teacher. In the same manner, you can update unit number 2, unit number 3, unit number 4 like that. Okay, one more thing. Those who are using Moodle first time, when you will get a login credentials. Okay, when you get a login credential, after first login, first check whether students are enrolled to that course or not. If not, report to your Moodle coordinator. So students are not enrolled. And suppose the students are enrolled to the Moodle but not to the particular course, in that case, manually you have to add student to the particular course. So where it is possible, I think I will open this one also. Purposefully, I kept left. Now for this course, if you go to the first one, that is a navigation. Under that, we are having a different options. Our course is a demo 2. This is our course, demo 2. So the list of my courses, under my courses, all the list of courses are available. So presently I am presenting a demo 2 course. I will click on the demo 2. Now here you can see the list of participants. Now after opening this page here, you can notice that I am the only alone here as a teacher. What is my role here? I added as a teacher. Okay. But suppose you want to add the students, what happens? Already we are having the odd semester. That means students are enrolled to the Moodle, but not to the particular courses. In that case, teacher or the Moodle coordinator both, they have to enroll to the particular course. What I will do, I will use the enroll option, enroll users. So under enroll users, the list of students, suppose if you are having branch civil SY underscore roll number 123. It will be better to identify the list. Here I will show that BSc. Now see BSc 21 means year 21 underscore followed by the roll numbers. Followed by roll numbers. So if you want, you can. Otherwise, So if I'm using BSc under BSc 21 followed by roll numbers, that is the first name for the students. Now all the students list will appear here, starting with first name as a BSc 21 underscore. So just you have to click all these. Okay. And default role is students. Just you have to click all these. Default role is students. Okay, like that. Now enroll all users. Enroll all users. Okay. So the list of students is added to that particular course. Now for your particular department, you discuss with your Moodle coordinator what is the first name. It will be better to identify. Okay. So depending on your enrollment method, that first name is available. Here you can notice the first one is BSc 21101. अशा पद्धतीनं का दिले, पर्पजफुली दिलेले, बिकॉज तुम्हाला जर ज्यावेळी रोल नंबर वाईज स्टुडंटची लिस्ट पाहिजे, यू कॅन क्लिक ऑन द फर्स्ट नेम, यू विल गेट अ स्टुडंट लिस्ट विथ रोल नंबर. Suppose if you want to surname accordingly, you can sort. Okay. So I will add one more user to this course, that is a guest, because at the end, guest student one. Okay. This one is a very important. Otherwise, what happens up to 2 3 months? No students. Only one teacher is there. He is updating the content. No one is there. So you have to ensure whether the students are enrolled to that particular course or not. Because what happens generally, if you are using a bulk users first time, by using that CSE file directly, students can be enrolled to the course. But already students are enrolled to the Moodle second times. You have to do that manually. Okay. Any doubt to this?
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yes, sir.
Sir, if we have a like student like a 90 or 100, do we need to add manually one by one?
Second time, sir, yes. First time we can use that CSE file, and in one file we can directly enroll all students to the course. That's why now, just what happened, that enrollment method, when you are enrolling student first time now, that first name जो काही आपण दिले तो आयडेंटिफिकेशन साठी महत्वाचा आहे. Because some department they are using, suppose civil SY underscore roll number one. If you are having a division again, SYA underscore 1 2 3, if you are using the first part, now list of all students will appear, and directly by clicking on that you can enroll to that. Otherwise what happens, suppose one more time if you are updating or enrolling the students, then number of users increases, म्हणजे मुलाला पुन्हा तो लॉगिन क्रिडेन्शियल, आताचा लॉगिन क्रिडेन्शियल्स ऑलरेडी if they are there, then same students can be enrolled to the courses of even semesters. I think Moodle coordinators असतील तर त्याचे डाउट्स असेल तर सांगा related to the enrollment. So many times it may happen that up to 2 to 3 months students are not enrolled to the particular course. So they have to tell all the faculties that they have to enroll, or centrally that Moodle coordinator has to enroll. Because everyone don't know the format now, what is the first name. While enrolling the students, what is the first name? According to that, you can. That's student enrollment. Any doubt again?
Students enrollment, sir.
Hmm.
Suppose we have did for odd semester, and now my course is for another course for even semester now. So
Yes, sir.
that I can copy and paste here.
कॉपी पेस्ट नाही सर, आता मी
काय काय
सांगितलं त्या पद्धतीने जायला पाहिजे. ते विद्यार्थी ऑलरेडी आहेत.
suppose as
हा
earlier question 100 students are there, then
हा
one by one manually we have to go, or
जस्ट आय शोड ना. हा येस सर. हा सबनीस सर सांगा काय अल्टरनेटिव्ह आहे का.
okay.
ओके.
Hmm. created them. Okay. So port is to be created for that. Yeah. Ah, Moodle coordinator. Yeah.
admin.
Admin. Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Otherwise, Sabnis sir, we will resolve that. Moodle coordinator will take care of the enrollment.
Okay. Mm,
So what is the final resolution? Otherwise, what happens up to 2 to 3 months, students, but that is with Moodle coordinator only, na? Hmm. Hmm. I think Moodle coordinator also there. If they are having any doubts, they can ask the questions. Because CSC, MBA, they are having number of students more than 100 or more than 60 for per day. Ah, that's why if they know the first name ना, this one is a better. Individual teacher म्हणजे प्रत्येकाकडे एक, दोन, तीन डिव्हिजन येतील जास्तीत जास्त. Hmm. Okay, I think related to the graded activity, Sabni sir is going to continue with that. I will not focus on the graded activity. Now the next one, I will continue with the block. Suppose. So what we are expecting that I will show here, or I think analytical graph that part is included. So one more activity is there, that is a feedback activity I will take, because what happens centrally we are taking feedback at the end or near the end of the course, and that is purely related to the course learning outcomes. And I think we are having instructions. If required, you can take feedback at your own level. So under activity, we are having one more uh, that we can say the feedback. So if you continue with this feedback at your own level, you can continue that. And you are having a record of that. What is the feedback of your course or your teaching? So here I will use the feedback activity. Okay. Now the rest of the setting I will not change. Directly I will click save and display. Now after save and display, we are having different options. First one is a overview. Here we will get a summary, submitted answer and question. Now edit question. If you want to add the question, you can continue with the edit question. What is the nature of question? That you can select from this. Okay, generally we are having a multiple choice rated or other not rated like that. Or if you are having a question that you can directly use, that I will consider here. Suppose if you are having a template, म्हणजे तुम्ही आधी जर यूज केला असेल तो that template directly you can use. Otherwise you can add the questions also here. Template is not available, but I use that. That template is not available. If the already if you are using any template that you can, otherwise you can continue with the questions also here. You did the questions, multiple choice. I think feedback questions are available, then I will continue with that. Here question text, label, and here different options we have to mention. Different options we have to mention. Just I will continue with the existing feedback questions if they are available. One question I will show. Feedback. You can use your own questions. Just I will demonstrate it. Suppose the first question is, this is related to the course learning outcomes. That same question I will add here. If required, you can put the label for future reference. I will keep as it is. Now multiple choice type, single answer, means student can. Second one, agree. So you have to use the line break. First option, second option, like that. Unable to judge. Disagree, like that. How many options are there? That options you can continue. Okay. So from the student login, number of, here we can see the submitted answers and questions. In analysis, the details will be available. In the show responses, details will be available, and the same thing we can export to the Excel for further analysis if we required. Okay. Questions may be different. At teacher level, we have to conduct a feedback because centrally we are conducting feedback near the end of the semester. That is related to the course learning outcomes. If you are having any different questions, so you can use an activity called feedback to take your own feedback. Okay. With the comments also, if you can add that comment part also. So here, short answer question is there. Comment. So any comment. Short and long answer both are available. The second question is there. Here student can type and that will come to the analysis part. Okay. This is related to the feedback. Now again I will go to the course. Any question related to the feedback? If required, it will be advised to take a feedback at your own because centrally we are taking near the end of the course. Okay, the last part, one more that I will explain. It should be common to all formative assessment. So all the graded activities submitter will cover. So under the formative assessment, suppose if you want to conduct a quiz under unit number 1, unit number 3, you can. Otherwise, it will be advised to conduct your FET component or the formative assessment separately. And you have to set up a grade book. Means in student dashboard, the continuous progress of your assessment should be visible. That is a purpose. Okay. So the last topic, we are creating a formative assessment. Now I will continue with the higher classes. Means for the higher classes, we are having the same nature. Means under formative assessment, we are having CAT 1, CAT 2, FET, and for the summative end semester examination. And for the first year, but formative assessment may be different to the different course. Now, for the CAT 1, what I will do, I will create as an assignment. Okay, I will create as an assignment. Now, so here I will write it as a CAT 1. Okay. So after end of the CAT 1, you have to create this. Now here, if you are having a CAT question paper, attendance, everything you can put here for your future reference. A related document related to the CAT 1. Okay. Once again, I will explain. So for a CAT 1, CAT 2, to update the marks, we are using the assignment module. Under assignment, the title I am creating is a cat 1. If required description, you can write. Now under additional files, what is expected there? You have to upload a question paper. You have to upload a scheme of marking or steps of marking and attendance. If anything you require for the future reference, that document will be available with that. Now here, that time availability, that part I will not use because students are writing exam physically. म्हणजे इथं अपलोड करायचं असं काही पार्ट ठेवायचं नाही. ओके. सो दॅट्स वाय अवेलेबिलिटी आय विल जस्ट दॅट बटन्स आय विल क्लिक ऑफ. न सबमिशन टाईप, आता कॅटला एक्झाम ऑलरेडी त्यांनी रिटर्न देणार आहेत, सो देर इज अ नो सबमिशन, ऑनलाईन टेस्ट और नो फाईल सबमिशन. ओके. That's why the remaining part will get off. Feedback type, if required, you can write, otherwise don't. Submission setting, attends 3 upon only the grade part I will tell. So generally we are having CAT exam is for 30 marks. And for the grading methods, simple and direct grading. Means directly you can put the total marks. In grade category, if you have created already grade categories, under grade categories, there will be the formative, summative and FET. Then you can use the grade category. If आपलं grade category काहीच नाही, that's why nothing will appear. Now just I will click save and display. The rest of the things that I will keep as it is, save and display. Okay, there are 16 students. View all submission or grades. म्हणजे तुमचा जो काही पेपर चेकिंग झालेला आहे त्याच्यानंतर डायरेक्टली वन बाय वन तुम्ही प्रत्येक विद्यार्थ्याचे मार्क्स एंट्री करू शकता. बिकॉज व्हॉट इन द लास्ट मीटिंग इट वॉज डिस्कस दॅट प्रत्येक विद्यार्थ्याला त्याचा फक्त स्वतःचा परफॉर्मन्स दिसायला पाहिजे, दुसऱ्याचा नको. ओके. आणि त्याचा कंटिन्युअस जो काही प्रोग्रेस आहे दॅट शुड बी अवेलेबल इन हिज आर और हर डॅशबोर्ड. आता इथं डायरेक्टली आपल्याला मार्क्स काय आहेत ते आउट ऑफ 30 आय विल कीप 25. अँड इफ एनी फीडबॅक रिलेटेड टू दॅट पेपर, म्हणजे पर्टिक्युलर विद्यार्थ्याला तुम्हाला काही फीडबॅक द्यायचा असेल तर तो फीडबॅक कमेंट तुम्ही इथं देऊ शकता. दॅट विल बी विजिबल टू दॅट स्टुडंट्स ओनली. सेव्ह अँड शो नेक्स्ट. लाईकवाईज यू कॅन एंटर ऑल द मार्क्स. Now after that what happens in student dashboard, that marks will be available. Samja इथं 30 out of 30. Likewise I will continue. Now here directly I will stop here and save and changes. Once again I will go to the demo course. Okay. So that is a cat 1. तुम्ही जर आधीच क्रिएट करून ठेवला अँड सपोज यू वॉन्ट टू डिस्प्ले दॅट डिटेल्स ऑफ कॅट आफ्टर एक्झामिनेशन, देन यू कॅन यूज द हाईड ऑप्शन. तुम्ही हाईड करू शकताय आणि नंतर त्याचे डिटेल्स स्टुडंट्स बघू शकतील. म्हणजे तुमच्याकडे यायच्या आधी दे विल गो थ्रू द मॉडेल आन्सर स्कीम ऑफ मार्किंग. इफ दे आर हॅव्हिंग डाऊट देन ओनली दे विल कम टू यू बिकॉज यू आर गिव्हिंग फीडबॅक ऑल्सो. ओके. Similarly we can add one more as a cat 2. Similarly we are having cat 2. Now in the same manner you can continue with the cat 2. That's I will not repeat. Save and display. Now next you are having a FET. Next you are having a FET, means under FET you make assignments, that is a write up or quiz, whatever that. So that you can continue with the next. Suppose if you are having assignment, the same thing you can continue assignment part, and marking also you can continue. For assignment you can add the rubrics for the marking purpose also. Okay, that same thing. Whatever number of your formative assessments are there, that assessment should be displayed under the formative assessment, and their continuous progress will be visible on students dashboard. Any doubt to this? Cat 1, Cat 2, if you are assignments, you can create an assignment, you can add the rubrics. If you add the rubrics, then direct feedback is possible. While grading, with reference to rubrics, directly you can grade.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you just repeat that formative assessment component once again?
Okay, I will continue with the Cat 2. I will remove this one. Huh?
Okay, sir.
So what is the purpose behind this formative assessment is that so that continuous progress of students should be visible on his or her dashboard. म्हणजे त्या त्यावेळी त्यांना त्यांचे प्रोग्रेस दिसायला पाहिजे, हा पर्पज आहे. So we are taking CAT exam offline. We are checking that paper offline. That's why there is a no submission. If online submission is there, students can submit and we can grade. So once again, I will continue with the as a assignment. I am creating CAT 1 or CAT 2. Okay. So suppose that is a continuous assessment test 2. If you are having a particular graded activity, you may continue with that. Okay. Now additional files. So what is expected to upload here? Question paper, scheme of marking. And for a future reference, suppose if you want the attendance, its analysis or COPO map, CO attainment, that each and every document you can keep under this additional files. So additional files, whatever the files are there, that file, suppose I will consider this assignment number 1 as a file as a question paper, this file as a question paper, and suppose scheme of marking this lecture 0, this lecture 0 as a scheme of marking. ओके, कारण आपण कॅटच्या पेपरला आपण स्कीम ऑफ मार्किंग वगैरे देतो. अपार्ट दॅट, आफ्टर एक्झामिनेशन वी रिसीव फ्रॉम द डिपार्टमेंट दॅट अटेंडन्स ऑफ दॅट क्लास. ओके, then next one, after CAT examination we have to do the CO attainment. जर तुम्ही करत असाल आणि ते तुम्हाला फ्युचर रेफरन्ससाठी इमिडिएटली एका क्लिक मध्ये पाहिजे, म्हणजे जे काही फाईल असतील दॅट नंबर ऑफ फाइल्स वी कॅन अपलोड अंडर ऍडिशनल फाइल्स. ओके, now after that, generally assignment is for the submission, something submission from the student, but we are taking that CAT exam offline. That means there is no submission from the students. And when it should be visible to the students, it will be better directly give the first date after your CAT examination. म्हणजे CAT exam झाल्यावर suppose we require 2 to 3 days to assess the paper, then after CAT 2 to 3 days you can mention, or after CAT examination also you can give, because what happen, so after completing CAT exam, student can compare whatever they are written with the scheme of marking. They only predict that what grades they will receive. Okay, so that date will be after CAT examination. There will be no due date because no submission, nothing, no due date. And again there, uh, now the next one is a cutoff date. Again, that will be not available because there is no any file submission. Now, if you want any reminder, then you can keep this as a open. You will get a mail if that is activated. Then you will get a mail that that assignment activity still pending, graded is pending. If required, you can keep this date also. Okay. Always show description. Now, next one, the submission type. By default, file submission is there. But if your assignment is there and if you are expecting student has to submit a PDF or Word file, whatever that, in that case, you can use the file option. Or suppose student has to upload their file on a drive and they have to give that URL of that drive, you can take a online text, or both is also available. Okay. Now for the CAT examination, now we are having in the physical mode, we don't have any online submission or anything. That's why I will don't consider these two options. Means nothing to submit. स्टुडंट कडनं काय सबमिट करायचं आहे का नाही आहे, बिकॉज एक्झामिनेशन विल बी कंडक्टेड at department level and department coordinator, they are sending paper to assessment teacher directly. For the first year, you are expecting to submit something, you can use option as per your requirement, file or online text. Okay. Now, there is no submission. That's why next options are not available. If suppose file submission is there, in that case, the options are available. If online text is there, then word text limit किती देणार आहे तुम्ही ते देऊ शकताय. Number of files 1 or 2, it is okay because size make matter 1 or 2. So maximum submission size, maximum 200 MB is available. You can keep that maximum 200 MB. Accepted file types. This is a very important. If you are taking online submission, I am explaining that simultaneously. So you can use the star option, means any kind of the file. If you want a particular PDF only, then you can use the PDF option. जर तुमची तशी रिक्वायरमेंट नसेल, स्टुडंट कॅन सबमिट PDF, स्टुडंट कॅन सबमिट वर्ड, स्टुडंट कॅन सबमिट प्रेझेंटेशन, you can use all file types. If particular requirement is there, then you can continue with that requirement. Now, right now for the CAT examination, we don't have any submission. That's why I will not use this part. Now, after that, feedback type. submission setting, that will not applicable because we don't have any submission. That's why directly I will go to the last option, save and display. Save and display. Now after that you will get a summary, number of students, that details everything. इथं सुरुवातीला आता बघता कॅट 2 च्या अंडर 2 फाइल्स आर देअर अँड दॅट इज अवेलेबल फॉर द स्टुडंट्स. नाहीतर असं होईल कॅट घ्यायच्या अगोदरच क्वेश्चन पेपर तिथे ठेवला अँड इट इज अवेलेबल टू स्टुडंट्स. सो यू हॅव टू टेक केअर ऑफ दॅट. So after examination, scheme of marking and question paper you have to made available to the students. Now after that there is no any submission directly after checking. म्हणजे तुम्ही ज्यावेळी पेपर चेक करता त्यांचे तुम्हाला ग्रेड्स इथं अपडेट करायचे. दॅट्स वाय यू कॅन यूज द ग्रेड ऑप्शन. Papers are manually checked. So directly you can enter the total marks. Here I have to use 30 marks. That grade setting I have to change. Here by default is 100. So out of 30 you have to enter. Earlier case I explained how to change that. Out of 30, 80, save and show to the next. Likewise, you can update marks of the all students. Okay, like that we can continue. I think is it clear?
Yes, sir.
If any doubts are there, we will discuss that. Okay, how to add the discussion forum? There is one question. Now, I will advise add discussion forum topic. I suppose unit number 1, the forum option is there. You can add the forum. So, what is the forum name? So, you can mention doubts on unit number 3 or discussion on unit number 1, whatever that, as per your requirement. Discussion on unit 1, any description you want. Okay, that you can add. Now, rest you can use the default setting. If you add attachment, if you want to add that, also possible. Subscription and tracking. So you can keep remaining setting as it is. And suppose if you are taking that discussion forum for that formative assessment, grades are giving, that is also possible here. So I will click on save and display. Now here you can add different discussion topic for unit number 1. So as a teacher, we have to start that first question that each and every students should take part in the discussion forum. So add a new discussion topic. So here you can add the topic. Now here you can add the question. Suppose simple question I will add. What is error related to that unit number 1? Okay, what is error? If any document you want to add, you can use a pin option that will be visible at the top and post the forum. Post to the forum. So that will be visible and the mail activation part is active, then each and every students will get a notification for that discussion forum, discussion thread. And student can contribute, okay, from this end. Or student can also create a new topic, add a new topic, or they can contribute to the same topic also. Okay. So here I will advise. So discussion forum can be created topic wise. Under topic 1, you can discuss the points related to the unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. So likewise. Okay. Chat is different and discussion thread is different. So you can use the discussion on unit or discussion thread that will be visible to all students. So last part I will show through the student login. The student side la kasha paddhतीने दिसते. Okay, any doubt? Otherwise I will log in as a student. one part I will show here, that analytical part. It may complete in the next also. Now see here, we are having different analytic graphs and it is expected to submit these reports. Means we have created a content, we have created a graded assignments. So what is the status? Our main important is content access. Now see here you have to click the activities. Suppose I will consider all the activities like assignment, feedback, forum, book. I think that option select all is there. Okay. Build the graph. Build the graph. Now right now I will get everything is red. Red means in danger. No one is access the content because just I created all total 16 number of students are there. Now see here green stands for the access, red for no access. Okay. Everything will be red. And suppose if you want to send a notification, just click on any activity which is not completed. You will get a list of students. List of students. Now here you can type a message, whatever you want. Dear student, your activity quiz is not complete. Is not complete. And suppose still deadline is there. So you suggest complete it before dot. So send an email. If that email facility that activated, then each and every students will get a notification. Send an email. So list of all students, that email will be sent. Okay. Before that, we have to ensure that notification email facility is available or it is activated or not. It may not be activated. That's why I'm not getting the next button. So here, this report, one page report, we have to submit at the end or in meanwhile also. So this can be downloaded as a PDF, as an image. Now message sending error, I am getting here. That means that settings may be incomplete for this site. Okay. Now, so you can download as a PDF file and suppose if you submit this a single page, then everything will be available. Means list of all activities and content, that content accessed by students, not accessed by students, that everything will be available. Okay. Any doubt to this? Now for the analytical graphs, you have to install additional plugins. Huh? It is not available for everyone. So you departmental Moodle coordinator should take care of this. So you have to add additional plugins that analytical graphs, content access. The content access may be here, progress bar. It may be progress bar. Yes, progress bar. So if I add a progress bar button here also you can see and student also can see the progress. Select activities resources which you want. Or instead of that, just I will take option all activities. Add all activities or resources. All activities and resources. Click save. The default settings. Now see, here we are getting a progress bar. Which activity is completed, which is not completed. So if you click on the overview of students, you will get a list of students with that activity complete with status. Now see. Now student can also see the progress bar.
Salagare sir,
Yes, sir.
sorry to interrupt you. So let us tell all the participants that this is what we expect when we say effective use of Moodle in
Yes, sir.
student engagement.
Just I told that everyone has to submit this progress bar,
Yes,
analytical graphs report, single page report, that everything will clear from this.
yes. And there we can see how many students, how much they are engaged in learning. And based on that, we can take the future course of action.
Yes.
So, Subni sir, just ensure that all these plugins are installed get it done through Moodle coordinators. And at the end of semester, we expect this report of each and every course. Okay, thank you. Yes, ensure that they are installed. Yes, yes. And Giri madam has requested that make this video presentation available for future reference. Please ensure. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Good going. Continue, Salvira sir.
Yes, sir. I think any doubt up to this? So that's why for activity completion, what happens? Generally, students they will attack on only graded activities. If you go to the content access report, generally students will go for the graded, non-graded activity. They will not go. That's why you can use the activity completion constraint is there, na? Graded activity will be visible or available if and only if before that whatever activities you added that will be complete. That conditions you have to. Assignment submission, late submission, that statisticals, bar graph, everything is available. So that mostly I think that our team will go through the analytical graphs report that will tell everything related to that Moodle course. If any questions, I will take. Otherwise, last 5 minutes, I will show the students login. Hope that there will be no question. I will continue with the student. Suppose as a students, I will log into the same course. Now again, this is a student's login. Now only one course is enrolled. That's why one course is available here. So here list of courses we can see demo course. I will continue with that. Now see here under dashboard that progress bar is available. Okay, under progress bar dashboard is available. I think this course is different. Okay, this course is different. So this dashboard and the course activity completion. Just a minute, I will check which students I enrolled here. Student 1. Yeah, the demo 2 course is there. Now first I am logging and that demo course is available here. Just we have created a demo course and whatever content we have created that is visible to the students. Now from the student side, you have to go to all the content. First part, what is our expectation? Student should download the course profile. He should go through it and after that make this activity as a complete and at the same time you can see the change in progress bar. You can see change in the progress bar related to that. Okay. Now after the basic information, this is a book activity. If you click on that, that book activity will be open. First chapter 1, chapter 2, like that you can complete that. Chapter 2, so like that. This is a book activity. Now again, this activity, he has to click manually on the second also. Okay, second activity is also completed. The next one, suppose I will click on the notes. So if I click on the notes 1, so in the separate window that notes will be downloaded. Now I will refresh, I will check what happened because this is a conditional. Now you can check you can see that automatically that activity get completed. Tick mark आलेला आहे बघा automatically. So we can put a conditional. म्हणजे तो डाउनलोड करायलाच पाहिजे तरच पुढे जाणार. Okay. So likewise, suppose I will complete all the activities. Now suppose I will click on the feedback. I want to show this part. Only two questions are added. Answer the questions. Answer the questions. Now, whatever questions you want to, whatever options you want, he or she want to select, that may continue. And here the comment. So, as per requirement, you have to frame the question, submit your answers. Okay. Only two questions are there. The next one is a discussion forum we have created. Under discussion forum, one discussion topic is there. So that is started by. Suppose you want to reply, click on this. This as a student, suppose you want to contribute to that. So you can click on that and we are having the reply option. So what is the error? If any file want to upload, otherwise error is nothing but error is equal to value minus approximate value. For further discussion, whatever the discussion point related to that, students can type and they can post to the forum. Okay. Now I will once again go to the course. Now again these activities we are taken that student can manually click on the activity completion. So first all activity we completed. Now again cat 1, cat 2 is there. I think under cat 2 we uploaded the document that I want to show. So under cat 2 means any formative assessment. Here the files are available. Question paper, scheme of marking, everything. After that, if the grades are available, that grades are there. Grade 80. If any particular feedback you are given, that will be also available. Means फक्त त्या विद्यार्थ्याचे मार्क्स त्याला विजिबल आहेत. And under the grades options, all grades will be available. So demo course 2, list of courses are there. Demo course 2, cat 1, cat 2, only two assessments are there. So that grades will be available. And I think Subnisar is going to explain how to set up the grade book. म्हणजे आपले 50 mark internal आहेत, cat 1, cat 2 and 20 for FET. So how to set up the grade book that will be continued by the Subnisar. So once again, I will go to the dashboard. And the last one part, just I will show the analytical graph part from the teacher login. What will be the change? And I will stop here. Now here you can check the overview of all the students, content access, all, select all and build the graph. Now see, some activities were completed, that comes as a green. Okay, that comes as a green. Again, further grade chart, number of active students that will not required. Assignment submission if required at your level, you can continue with that. Okay. So this is all about from my side. If any questions are there, we will discuss. Otherwise, we will stop. Thank you. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sadgare sir. It was a very informative and interesting session. It was also engaging. Thanks a lot for your valuable inputs.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.